You're sitting in class or maybe at work, and there's this one girl who keeps popping into your thoughts. She laughs at your jokes, she remembers things you said last week, she seems different around you. Is it real, or are you just imagining it because you want it to be true? This is one of the most common questions in dating and attraction, and honestly, most guys read it wrong. Not because the signs aren't there, but because nobody ever taught them what to actually look for. Today we're breaking down 7 real signs that show a girl genuinely likes you. Not guesses, not wishful thinking, real behavioral patterns backed by psychology. And sign number 5 is the one almost every guy completely misses. So if you've ever walked away from a conversation wondering, does she actually like me? Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for without needing to guess anymore. Maybe it happened to you yesterday, maybe it's happening right now with someone specific in mind. Either way, keep that person in your head as we go through this. This isn't about tricks or games, it's about actually understanding what's happening around you. Once you see it clearly, you stop second-guessing every single interaction. Before we start, one important thing to understand about attraction. It rarely shows up as one big obvious moment, it shows up in small, repeated behaviors. Things she probably isn't even fully aware she's doing. Psychologists sometimes call these small, consistent shifts approach signals, quiet invitations rather than direct declarations. They're easy to miss if you don't know what you're actually looking for. So instead of looking for one dramatic sign, we're looking for a pattern. 3 or more of these happening consistently is what actually means something. Let's start with sign number 1. Sign number 1, she laughs at things that genuinely aren't that funny. Not fake, forced laughter, but a warm, easy laugh that comes a little too quickly. When someone is comfortable and drawn to you, their brain lowers the bar for what counts as funny. It's not about your jokes being great, it's about her wanting an excuse to laugh with you. Laughter is actually one of the fastest ways humans signal social closeness. Researchers have found that people laugh far more around those they feel connected to, even without a clear reason. If she's laughing at your average jokes like they're genuinely hilarious, pay attention. This is different from polite laughter, which tends to feel short and a little flat. Genuine, easy laughter tends to be longer, warmer, and often paired with real eye contact. Watch for that combination, not just the laugh on its own. Think back to the last few times you made an average joke around her. Did it land way better than it probably should have? That's usually not about your comedic timing, improving overnight. It's about her genuinely enjoying being in that moment with you. Sign number 2, she finds small reasons to be near you. Sitting a little closer in a group, walking the same direction even if it's not her way, or lingering a little longer after a conversation has already ended. None of these moments are dramatic on their own, but people don't accidentally end up near someone they're not interested in being around. Proximity takes effort, even if that effort feels small and mostly unconscious. If she consistently ends up near you in group settings, that's rarely random. It's a quiet way of creating more opportunities for you two to interact. Groups are actually a great place to notice this because there's usually an easier seat, an easier spot to stand. If she consistently skips that easier option to be near you instead, take note. It's one of the simplest signals to spot once you actually start looking for it. Sign number 3, she puts a little more effort into how she looks around you. This doesn't mean dressing up dramatically every single time. It's smaller than that, an extra few minutes on her hair, a favorite outfit, showing up more often. People generally put more effort into their appearance around someone they want to impress. It's a subconscious signal that she cares about how you see her. This is easier to notice if you see her in different contexts, casual days versus days she'll see you. If there's a noticeable difference specifically tied to your presence, that's meaningful. Ask yourself honestly, does she seem to show up looking just a little more put together? Especially on days she already knows she'll run into you. That small extra effort rarely happens completely by accident. Sign number 4, she remembers small details you casually mentioned. Maybe you mentioned a stressful test coming up or a small personal preference in passing. Weeks later, she brings it up, unprompted, showing she actually held onto it. This requires genuine attention, not just passive listening in the moment. People don't remember small details about someone they don't actually care about. It's one of the clearest signs of real emotional investment in a conversation. If she consistently recalls things you said, even small, unimportant details, that's not a coincidence. It means she was actually present, actually listening, not just waiting for her turn to talk. Think about the last time she surprised you by remembering something you barely remembered saying. That moment is worth paying attention to. Sign number 5, and this is the one almost every guy completely misses: playful teasing. Genuine, warm teasing, not mean-spirited, just light, back-and-forth banter. This might look like light sarcasm, playful jabs, or gently making fun of something small. A lot of guys mistake this for disinterest, or even assume she's just being difficult. Playful teasing actually requires comfort and a certain level of trust already being present. People don't tease others they feel distant from. Teasing is a form of social play. It signals that she feels safe enough around you to be a little cheeky, a little bold. If she consistently engages in this kind of playful back and forth, pay close attention. This is often confused with her being unimpressed, when it's usually the opposite. Genuine disinterest tends to look like short, flat responses, not playful engagement. Teasing takes energy and creativity. People don't invest that into someone they don't care about. If you've been mistaking playful teasing for disinterest, this might change how you see things. Go back through recent conversations and notice how often this actually happened. It might completely change how you interpret those moments looking back. Sign number 6, her voice or attitude shifts, specifically when she's talking to you. This could be a softer tone, more animated energy, or noticeably more enthusiasm than usual. The key here is comparison. How does she sound with you versus everyone else around her? If there's a clear, consistent difference, that difference is the actual signal. This ties into something we've covered on this channel before: vocal tone shifting around attraction. The same underlying psychology applies here, just observed through overall energy, not just pitch alone. Pay attention the next time you're in a group setting with her. Does her energy noticeably shift specifically when the conversation turns to you? It's easy to miss this if you're only focused on what's being said, not how. Try listening for tone the way you'd listen for a melody under the words. That shift is often more honest than anything said directly. And finally, sign number 7, she quietly checks her appearance right before you show up. A quick glance in a mirror, fixing her hair, adjusting her outfit, moments before you arrive. This is a small, often unconscious habit tied directly to anticipation. People generally don't feel this kind of anticipation around someone they're indifferent to. It reflects a genuine desire to make a good impression, specifically for you, in that moment. This is different from sign 3, which is about general effort over time. This one is about the immediate, anticipatory moment right before you actually arrive. If you've ever caught her doing a quick check right as you walked in, notice that timing. It's a small window, but it says a lot about how much your presence matters. These moments are easy to miss because they happen so quickly, often in just a second. But once you know to look for them, they become surprisingly easy to catch. It's a tiny moment, but it reveals a lot about what's really going on underneath. So let's go back to that person you had in mind at the start of this video. Think through these 7 signs honestly, not with wishful thinking, but with real attention. Maybe you're realizing some of this already happened without you fully noticing at the time. Or maybe none of it fits, and that's actually useful information too. Either way, you're not guessing anymore. You're actually reading the situation. And that clarity is worth a lot more than hope alone. Let's quickly recap the 7 signs we covered today. She laughs more easily at things that aren't really that funny. She finds small reasons to be physically near you. She puts a little more effort into her appearance around you. She remembers and brings up small details you mentioned. She teases and banters with you more than usual. Her tone and energy shift, specifically when she's talking to you. And she quietly checks her appearance right before you show up. Remember, one sign alone doesn't prove much on its own. But when 3 or more show up consistently, that's a real, honest pattern. And once you know what to look for, guessing becomes a lot less necessary. None of this is about pressure or expectation. It's simply about clarity. Attraction rarely announces itself directly. Most of the time, it shows up quietly, in the details. Now you know exactly what those small details actually look like. If this helped you read a situation a little more clearly, hit subscribe for more videos. We break down psychology, body language, and human behavior every single week. Next time, we'll flip the script and break down the signs from the other side. Because reading someone clearly should never have to feel like guesswork. See you in the next one.